What's going on, guys? It's NoChainzz, and I'm back for another commentary. And if you didn't see what happened to the rest of the junior season for Rick Moss, or you're wondering why I'm starting a brand new season already without finishing the third season, check out my last video. And we have a lot to look at in this video. Right here you see the top 25 polls, and we're gonna look at the Heisman race, and we're also gonna play 2 games to open up the season. And this video will be about a little bit over 10 minutes. Is right here you see Rick Moss is number 2 in the Heisman watch, and right here you get to see a great skill upgrade for Rick Moss. It's called Moon Juice, and it raises his speed by 5 to put him up to a 98 speed and 99 acceleration. So he's gonna be burning out there today. And we'll be playing Wyoming. We opened up last season against them, but I believe that we played them at home. And usually this is a quick, easy win. Last year was a pretty good way to start off the season. And if you didn't see that, you guys can check out episode 1. But the first pass play of the season of our new quarterback, I believe his last name is Clark. And it goes to Rick Moss for about a 10-yard gain. And we get the run play right there. And Rick Moss over the middle. And judging from these first 2 games, Rick Moss has added the across and over the middle game to his arsenal. He's more of a possession receiver instead of a big play receiver. But Rick Moss catches his first touchdown of the season against Wyoming. Here you get to see the replay, how he just abused the bad zone of the Wyoming defense. And we're immediately up to a 7-0 lead starting off this season. Our offense couldn't get off to a better start. So our defense, who has been playing tremendous, actually gets a stop, and we get down to the red zone thanks to this play right here. Past the 10-yard line, almost to the 5. But on 2nd and goal, Rick Moss is running open, but he hit somebody else, which is all good with me. C. Porter, now the number 2 receiver, and we run a jet. And I found out that thanks to one of my subscribers. I appreciate you telling me what that play is called, because I didn't know. And right here Rick Moss just drops that pass on 4th and inches. I'm not sure why I didn't go for a shorter route right there, but we're up 14-0, and that 5-point speed boost helps. But no, I overrun that one, so I'll call the hurry up because I think that I can get right past him again. But no, he's prepared this time, and Clark hit somebody else. I believe that's, I want to say that's I thought it was Porter, but it's not. But I hit a double move, but the quarterback throws this one out of bounds. And with 19 seconds to go in the second quarter, he hit somebody else, and he's gonna take this one all the way to the end zone. And I just put my controller down for a second. I don't know why I did that, but he was just standing there, so that looked kind of weird. But here Rick Moss catches the ball over the middle, kind of behind him and a little bit over him, but he still makes the catch. See, it's not the best pass in the world, but Rick Moss still caught it. And there is a lot of chemistry and camaraderie between the quarterback and Rick Moss already, as Rick Moss gets behind the cornerback into the red zone as we lead 28-7 over Wyoming. And here you get to see it again. That 5-point speed upgrade is really coming in handy so far early in this season. And into the 4th quarter on 2nd and 4, Rick Moss catches yet another pass over the middle. Like I say, he added that to his game this offseason. He's really been working on trying to take those hits, because you guys remember that Rick Moss drops a lot of passes after he takes hit. But right over the middle again, Rick Moss dives for it. That was actually the first time Rick Moss has dived for a pass since I think it was the 2nd season. And Rick Moss beats his defender again and catches this one for a touchdown to bring our lead 34-7 into the 4th quarter with 4 minutes and some change left. And here you get to see all the catches Rick Moss has got over the course of this game. A lot of deep catches and yet a lot of catches over the middle, and he's doing great right now. And we end up winning that game, of course, against Wyoming. Like I said in the beginning, that's always a pretty easy win, smooth sailing. We were able to put it on cruise control, but at the same time we didn't let the dogs off. But look at our QB Clark poised in the pocket, hitting another receiver. I believe that's a tight end because he looks a little too big to be a wide receiver, but you never know because he may be a freshman and NCAA generates these people themselves after the people that come on the retail game graduate or go to the NFL. But here the coach is trying to make the other coach feel better because they just took a whooping at the hands of the Oregon Ducks, Rick Moss, and the brand new quarterback, and Kevin Clark. That's his first name. Look at his stats: 5 touchdowns, and most importantly, in my opinion, no interceptions. So Wilson, Wyoming home, angry as Rick Moss stays put at number 2 in the nation at the Heisman Watch. In the next game, we'll be playing against our most hated team, the Stanford Cardinal. They really threw us off the BCS contention in Rick Moss's sophomore year, and we ended up blowing them out in his junior year. But can we repeat that in his senior year? And before we get into this gameplay, we're going to take a look at the cornerback that Rick Moss is going to be playing against, is going to be guarding Rick Moss. His name is Shannon Britton. He's a junior, 5'10", so Rick Moss definitely has some inches on him. Overall 75, man coverage 81, zone coverage 78, and play recognition 71. So if they play zone, they're not going to be in good shape. And also if we utilize the play action, he might jump on a few of those play fakes and leave Rick Moss wide open. We're going to see if Rick Moss can take advantage of that attribute or the lack of skill in that area, as I get the carry to the left side. And on 2nd and 4, I run across the middle, and no, Kevin Clark makes his first mistake of the season, and he throws a pick right to the cornerback. And guess who comes up on the tackle? The all-around wide receiver Rick Moss makes the tackle. He also could play safety. He didn't play safety in high school, but I know he could if he wanted to. But here I call for it. Pretty much a dumb decision, so I can credit that one to myself. But we end up getting back in the red zone. Rick Moss goes down low to catch that one before it hits the ground, and that will bring our lead to 7-0, and we draw first blood against the Stanford Cardinal. It was a catchable ball, but almost not. It was a few inches off of the ground. But back into their territory, I'm running deep, and no, Rick Moss can't catch that one. The cornerback actually played great defense, but over the middle, Rick Moss catches this one and gets down to about the 7 or 8 yard line, and we end up capitalizing on that. And here I'm going to post route deep, and Rick Moss is going to take this one all the way. What? Going to take this one all the way to the touchdown to bring our lead 24-0. So right now it's looking like it's going to be a blowout over the Stanford Cardinals, our bitter rivals. I hate them so much for what they did in the sophomore year. But in the first half, these are Rick Moss's stats: 3 touchdowns in the first half. And is he done yet? No, he beats his defender, but he takes the hit and gets down to the 15-yard line, and that's another chunk of yards on the stat sheet for Rick Moss. 216 yards in the first half, and let's see if he'll be done just yet, as we're in the red zone with 1 minute and 23 seconds left, and the middle is wide open for Rick Moss, and the Oregon Duck is celebrating. That is his 4th touchdown of the half. But we're going to take a look and see just how he got that touchdown. But right here you see Rick Moss lined up across from the cornerback. The Shannon Britton, he's going to go right across the field. The safety's going to go to the left. And so is the corner. He's going to be supposed to be playing the flat. So Rick Moss is just going to go right into this area right here. And that's going to leave him wide open as this linebacker goes immediately for the play fake. And let's see how it all unfolds right here as Rick Moss sees this defense wide open right here. And we're going to take a look at it from a different angle. And you're going to see this safety is already out of the play. So we're just going to draw a line right here to show that he's not going to be in the play at all. And this guy, he's already out of position because he thought the safety was going to pick up his slack on the zone. And that's going to leave this whole area wide open. Nobody near Rick Moss. And luckily, Kevin Clark finds him for the quick and easy touchdown. So that was a great play and a great read by Rick Moss, the wide receiver. And into the third quarter with 3 minutes left, Rick Moss runs across the middle yet again. and we lead 30-7. Hopefully this can be a blowout like we want it to. But no, they score a few more points and make this a 10-point game. But on third down, we needed a play, because if they got that back, they might have got the ball and scored. But that would set us up. I think we get a few points on that one, and we end up winning the game 37-20. And that is how we started off the season so far. And Kevin Clark is looking magnificent, I might add. And so is Rick Moss. He's definitely living up to his Heisman candidate reputation or spot, second on the list. And we're going to see if this performance can move him up to #1. And it's always good to see the Stanford Cardinal fans or students upset that we lost. And look at C. Porter and Rick Moss actually burying the hatchet that they had last year when he took the starting job from C. Porter. So there are no hard feelings right there. So we start off this season in a great manner. Look at Rick Moss's stats, over 300 yards all purpose. And I'll see you guys in episode 2.